everyone, welcome to your maths lesson today. Today we are learning to predict answers to questions and construct column graphs. Okay, so have a little think about what that might mean. Maybe you have looked at constructing column graphs before. But we're also going to really start thinking about what our answers and what the outcomes might be to our questions when we're looking at data. So our step-by-step things we're going to work through today in your activity is we're going to select a topic. Today I'm going to select a topic for an example, but you might choose a completely different topic for your activity. We're going to predict the outcome, what we think might happen. We're going to conduct a survey and investigate. We're then going to construct our graph, and then we're going to go a step further and you are going to create some statements about all your data, and then you're also going to create some questions that you can maybe ask your teachers, your friends, or your family members, getting all that information from your data that you have selected. Now, our first step is to select our topic. Well, Miss Ford's topic today is Skittles. We are going to investigate how many Skittles of each colour there is in a packet. Now, a sneaky little monster has already been in this packet and eaten some of the Skittles. So we're going to investigate how many Skittles are left in this packet. Okay, so that's select our topic. So you might do the same when you're doing your investigation. I'm going to write down my topic so I know exactly what it is that I'm investigating. So I'm going to write Skittle colours. So we're going to investigate how many of each colour is in the packet. Now I need to predict the outcome. What I'm going to do for this is I'm going to have a little look about some of the possibilities. Now there is 5 colours, okay, in the Skittles packet. There is yellow, which is lemon flavour, orange flavour, which is orange. There's green for green apple, strawberry, which is red, and grape flavour, which is purple. So that means that there's 5 different colours, okay, that could potentially have the most Skittles in here. Now, when I think about Skittles, I really like the grape flavour. So I'm going to say that in the packet there is majority grape. You might think about maybe when you've eaten Skittles in the past that when you've looked at them there might seem to be more green colour, so you might say that green apple. But you need to come up with that statement yourself. So we're going to predict the outcomes. We're going to write grape will have the most Skittles in the packet. So you come with your prediction. Now we need to investigate. How fun. We need to be able to record this appropriately so we can get the most accurate results. So how I'm going to do that and how I've suggested in your activity is that you're going to conduct tally marks. So I'm quickly going to draw up, you might draw a little table. I know that there's 5 flavours, so I might just draw a quick table or a box. If you have lines on your page, this might make it easier for you, or anything that's going to allow you, okay, to collect 1, 2, 3, 4, collect tally marks, okay? Now I've got my 5 colours here, okay, so that's how I'm going to record my tally marks. Now I've emptied my Skittles into a bowl ready for this lesson. Now, as you can see, a lot of them have been eaten. Some sneaky little person has gone in there and eaten some of my Skittles. So let's have a look. In this packet, let's count how many Orange, let's do orange first, okay? So let's count together. I'm going to count in twos for orange. So I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and one more, 13. So you might like to do this if you're surveying different cars driving past, or maybe surveying colour of eyes. You might have counted them out yourself, or you might like to keep tally marks. So because I'm using my orange pen, I know that this is for orange, and I might do tally marks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know that is 10. And now we need 13. 1, 2, 3. So I've got my 3 ones. I might even write 13 down the bottom there once they're all tallied up. You might have someone help you with this as well. So we've got our orange. I'm going to move them out of the way so I don't get confused. Let's go with yellow next. I might count them by 3s this time. 3, 6, count with me, 9. You can see I'm putting them in my little array. 3, 6, 9. What's after that? 12. We've got a perfect array right now because we know that 3 times 4 equals 12. Now I'm going to do my tally marks again to show you that. So 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We know we cross the gate for 5. 2 5 equals 10. Now we need 12. So 2 more. I'm going to tally it up down the bottom and write my overall. Very close between orange and lemon. Next colour. Let's push those ones aside so we don't get confused. I might go with green this time. Let's count singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is 7 green apple Skittles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 5 and 2 make 7. Write my total down there. We've got 2 colours to go. Let's push them to the side. How should we count these ones? Let's go red next. Let's go in 2s again. 2. Whoa, 1 almost got away from me. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Very close as well. 12. Let's think about that, breaking that up into 5s. I know I need 2 sets of 5 to make 10, and then 2 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 2 1s equals 12. Our last colour, this was kind of my prediction as well, was grape, purple grape. Ooh, can I predict if there's more grape looking at those compared to the other colours? I don't know if my prediction is going to be correct. It looks like it might be a little bit less. Let's go. Might count in 3s. 3, 6, and 3 lots of 3 is 9. Oh, Miss Ford's prediction wasn't really correct, but we can go and fix that up when we go and look at our statements. Now 9, because 3 times 3 when I look at my array is 9. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now 5 and 4 make up 9, don't they? So now that we have conducted our investigation and have a look at our tally marks, we now have our data. So we've predicted our answers, we've conducted our survey. Our next thing that we need to do for this lesson is construct our column graph. Now, a lot of you have looked at column graphs before, so a lot of you are probably shaking your head going, yes, we know what a column graph is. It is the ones with the columns, okay? I have pre-made up the base of our column graph here, and we're going to need our survey results close, our data close. Now, when we have a look at column graphs, you can see that I have a title. So you need to do the same thing. Wherever you're surveying it, like I said, you might sit out the front of your house and watch different colored cars come by. You might survey different eye colors of your family. You might survey, you might ask your family members or friends by calling them and asking them what their favorite color is, okay? So whatever your investigation is, your topic is, that is going to be your heading. In maths, you know that we never draw lines unless we have a ruler. So once you have your heading, you might like to underline that heading as well to make it stand out that that is your topic, okay? That is your heading. You can see now that I have 2 lines that meet on different axes, okay? So our horizontal line, our heading underneath that is colors. So this is where I'm going to label all the different colors that I have gathered my data for. My vertical axis, I have measured up, and this is the number of Skittles, the number of Skittles. So the number of Skittles that we have counted in each color, that is going to be recorded up my vertical axis, okay? Now to make this nice and neat, I ruled it with a ruler. I knew that there was 5 colors, so I ruled 20 centimeters and broke that into 5. And how I did that was, I know that 4 times 5 equals 20. I knew that already because I practiced my timetables and my multiplication. So every 4 centimeters, I drew a line to section into 5 even groups. Up the side here, I have sectioned it off in by centimeters. So you can see that I measured by centimeters, and every 2 centimeters, I counted up by ones. Now, depending on what you are investigating or collecting your data, you might draw your column graph to count up by 2s, or 5s, or 10s. It depends on what you were measuring. So if I was counting the whole packet of Skittles and there was 500 Skittles in there, I might have to draw my column graph to go up by 20 or 30. Because if I went up by ones, I'm going to need a very big page to get to 500, and it's not going to be the most efficient way to collect my data. Now we need to put our data into our graph. So I'm going to quickly label my graph now. So we had the Skittle colors, so we know that we had red was strawberry. We've got orange, yellow, lemon flavor. I'm interested to know what all of your favorite colors are in the Skittles. Green and purple. Now again, in maths, we always use a ruler. I do not want you to see this done without a ruler. You need to make it neat. So we're going to start with red. So we're going to use our data, 12. So I know that my red column has to go all the way up to 12. So I know that it has to be along here. I'm going to measure. Again, if you have your lined maths paper, this makes it so much easier. So red was 12, orange was 13. Okay, so I need to make sure that my orange, again using our ruler, matching it up with the 13. Now Mrs. Ford is using her perception. There we go, up to 13. Yellow was 12 again, so that makes it a little bit easier for Miss Ford to see where her line needs to go. So yellow is going all the way up to 12, trying to keep it as neat as I can. You can see that, ooh. So green is 7, so we're back down to 7. So I'm going to match up my ruler with 7, keeping that nice and neat. And have a look there. Great. And now Miss Ford's favourite, Skittle, grape. I wrote 4 there. I made a mistake. It needs to be 9. because 5 plus 4 equals 9. Now, 9, where is that? Up here. Make sure it's nice and straight all the way across. Our column graph. There we go. Now, some of you might like to colour in your column graph. You can see that the columns are very nice and neat, easy for audience to read the data that we have collected. So you might like to decorate yours, up to you. You can either colour them in, or you might like to do some nice patterns on each of your columns, like I know some of you love to do. I like to make mine nice and visual. So you might do something simple, like that. Now that we have our columns, where you might have decorated the rest of your columns, remember, I want you to tick off that you have your title. You have your labels for your axes, your horizontal and your vertical. You have used a ruler. You have labeled what you are measuring, and you have also added in the data. Once you have all of that, you can now use your data and read your data to come up with the last extension kind of questions that you have in your activity. You are going to create a statement. Now, when I talk about a statement, that is using the information within your column graph to come up with a statement that is true. For example, when I look at my data, I could write a statement to say that green had the least amount of Skittles in the packet. That is a true statement. Green had the least amount. Another statement could be that the most Skittle colour within the packet was orange with 13 Skittles, okay? Another statement might be that there was 12 red Skittles within the Skittle packet. So you are going to create statements about your own data. And then for those students who want that extra challenge, you are then going to create questions based on your graph. So these questions you might give to your family members or maybe to another classmate in your class. So for example, a question that you could write down about this data would be, what two colours had the same amount of Skittles in the packet? Have a think about that. What two colours had the same amount of Skittles in the packet? Hopefully you answered red and yellow. Another question might be, what colour Skittle was the most popular in the packet? Which we know is orange. Another question could be, what was the difference between, what was the number? So what was the difference between the orange Skittles and the green Skittles? So your family member would have to work out how many Skittles difference there was between the green and the orange. Remember, these questions need to be able to be answered using the data in your graph. I hope you have a lot of fun with your hands-on activity today. Remember, you can collect your data about anything that you would like. There is some suggestions in your activity page today. Have fun, and hopefully you might get to eat your Skittles afterwards.